Hello my friends and followers, and welcome back to another video. So, I am here, you can see, at Amman's Queen Alia International Airport, preparing for my flight to Prague. Of course, in my flight simulator. On board Smartwings flight 156. It's a Boeing 737-800. And further details will be provided once we get into cruise. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Alright guys, so we have finished preparing our flight right now, and we are just about to start pushback here. So wait a sec while I get this clock running, and pushback tow is already here for us, so I'm going to release the parking brake now. Okay guys, so we are good to start our engines. So let's go. Number 2. I'm going to start in number 2 first, and then engine number 1 in this sequence. And so I'm going to watch this high pressure compressor spin up here. And once it's spooled up all the way to 25%, then I'm going to put the fuel control lever to the idle detent. So there's 25%. Let's go. And EGT is rising. The N1, the low pressure compressor speed is also rising. So that's good. Oil pressure is rising. Vibration is decreasing. Alright. That's the start up of engine number 2 complete. Let's do the same thing for engine number 1 now. And 2 is rising, and you can get over that. That's what you see as a passenger when the engine starts up. Okay. So waiting for 25% to put this lever to idle detent. There we go. Rising and 1 rising. And that's the startup of both engines complete. And let's get these generators on. Okay, set the parking brake. And all of these can go to auto. And then, okay. And yeah guys, so that's the startup complete. I will see you when we taxi. Alright guys, so we are currently taxiing to runway 26 right, which is our departure runway. And if you look on the map here, it shows us that we're on our track. Alright, so we got airplane all configured for departure here. And once we get to the threshold of the runway, I'll just do some like prior to departure, like the before takeoff checklist for you. And then we will line up with the runway, and then we'll just start rolling down the runway and take off. And we're going to head Prague. So see you at the threshold of the runway. Alright, before takeoff checklist. have 1 green light. Stabilizer trim is 6.75 units set. That's the before takeoff checklist complete. Alright then. And if you're wondering what this is, that's a special checklist for my flight simulator that I've installed. It's for free. Right? It just lists, like, there's more, it's a more detailed checklist that gives me step-by-step guidance on how to set up the airplane for the certain phases of flight, such as departure, the climb outs, the cruise, that sort of stuff. But of course, it can also be time-consuming. So that's why I only use this checklist at certain times. Right? Only at certain times, not all the time. So yeah. Alright. Without further ado, let's head to Prague. So, let's start this clock here. 40. And we see both engines are stabilized. And N1 Toga. Roll now. Takeoff thrust is set. All indications are normal. Airspeed is alive. Cross check. Rotate. And gear up. Check. VNAV speed. Checks. Speed 230. That's checked. Let's accelerate here. And 1. Climb thrust. Climb 2 is checked. And let's keep climbing here. Alright. Yeah, this is another function on the navigation display. You can change it to indicate our vertical profile as well. And let's not stall this plane out here. That's the last thing I want to do. Okay, and let's begin the turn here gradually. And flaps up. that autopilot engaged? Huh. Can't be engaged. What's going on here? Okay. Reset the altitude. Tractables can come off. And goodbye, Amman. We'll just hold on to the altimeters right now. Let's do the after takeoff checklist real quick here. Here. Alright. After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds are on. Packs, auto. Landing gear is up and off. Flaps are up, no lights. That's the after takeoff checklist completed. And of course, once you reach your transition altitude of 13,000 feet, we'll reset the altimeters to standard pressure, which is 29.92 inches of mercury, or 1013 hectopascals. And that'll be it. Oh yeah, and of course, past 10,000 feet, get those landing lights off, and yeah, and we are officially done here, so I'll see you in cruise. Alright, so we have currently reached our cruising altitude right now of 13,000 feet, and we're just like approaching the Mediterranean Sea here, and shortly after we're gonna cross into Turkey, start heading this way, northwest. And so currently right now we are in what's known as reduced vertical separation minima airspace, RVSM, which like basically what RVSM is that like in real life, like there would be other traffic that's like using the same sort of airway, right? That I am using, right? Going in the same or opposite directions. So in case of an engine failure, or if there's any other emergency, normally we would contact air traffic control and just like declare pan at the minimum, right? Which is emergency call, or just squawk 7700. But since we don't have air traffic control to deal here in the flight simulator, so what I will be doing in case of engine failure or some other major problem which requires a descent, is that I'll just descend while at the same time turn off the airway, going at a 45-degree angle, maybe here, left or right, depends on wherever's convenient. And then maybe do a paralleling of the airway while I figure out the problem. Just like maintain the heading, aviate, navigate, communicate. Right? First fly the airplane, then you navigate it finally you communicate with air traffic control. Let me know this function. And yeah, so that's about it. See you later. So here's a bit about the airplane that I'm flying. Of course, it's a Boeing 737-800. It's the Zibo mod version. Right? The default version of the 737 in the flight simulator, you know, they don't have this this kind of computerized. Well, they do have like the basic screens and all that, the navigation display, the primary flight display. But of course, for like the other parts, such as this flight management computer, it's not it's not the normal 737 version. It's like the explain version. And of course, like on this plane, we have analog standby gauges, right? And of course, like this whole control panel here. And like, if you're wondering how this is configured, well, just see here, right? There's an option here on this tablet to configure, to customize, right? And that's what I have done. Right, so I just done to like make it more realistic. Of course, you can do that as well if you're flying this plane in X-Plane 11. And of course, like there's other functions of this tablet. Usually, you can set up your fuel, your payload, right? You do your takeoff performance, landing performance calculations. You know, there's checklists here. There's the PA system, right? The ground services, right? You can signal that as well. And of course, the option for the Avi tab, right? There's the different charts, airports, the routes, the map, you know. And of course, you can also set up your own failures, which I will not do. But yeah. And of course, the overhead panel and the other stuff here in the cockpit. That's just the same as the regular 737s. And if we take a look in the cabin, right, you can see here that it's pretty much, they're made, I guess, realistic as possible with the, in accordance with, the cabin from, the actual plane in Smartwings. So yeah, that's good about that here. And of course here, you can, here are the passengers. Right, there's another feature that you can set up in the tablet, right, in the configure customize area. And yeah, so that's about it for that. So we're just going to prepare for our descent into Prague right now. So if we look here on this flight management computer, what you will see here is the weather information. So this is from 2022, so March 19, 2022 at 11:30 p.m. or 23:30 UTC, Greenwich Mean Time. This is Prague weather. The wind's 100 at 8 knots, so it's coming from the southeast at 8 knots, so it's very light wind. Ceiling and visibility is okay, so the lateral visibility, right, the vertical visibility, they're all pretty fine. The temperature is 1 degrees Celsius, dew point -10, QNH 1036, so the altimeter setting in hectopascals, 1036 hectopascals, and there's no significant change. So overall, I'd say really nice weather in Prague today, or tonight, in the flight simulator. And if we can see here, let's see where we are. I'm probably gonna have to like configure this think we're close to Prague. Let's check the progress page there. So, check progress. So it said 0116 Zulu. Okay, check the weather to see if it's correct. Alright then, so we'll see you later during the descent. And guys, so if you look on here, this is what I mean by. So this here is like a diagram of the approach into Prague. We're using runway 06. So it says, so on the lateral profile, you see the initial approach fix is Berka, but we don't see it anywhere. But we're just going to maintain 4,000 here until we reach like 8.8 DME, until we reach the glide slope there. And then course 063, and then we just follow this glide slope all the way down here until we reach a minimum descent altitude of 1402 feet. And so, and if we see the runway, then we land. If we don't see the runway by then, go around. And if we have to go around, you have to climb on a track of 063 to 4,000 feet. Radar vectoring will be provided, so that maybe we'll do it on our own. So we'll just like assume it's radio failure. So climb on track 063 to 4,000 feet at DME 10 for the Oscar Kilo Lima. That's the Prague VOR. Turn left to the Prague VOR and climb to 5,000 feet. So we set our initial approach altitude to 4,000 feet once we get the glide slope captured. So we already got our radios all set up, so right now I'll just adjust the courses to indicate that indicate the runway heading. And the other one as well. And there we go, guys. So that's about it. Yeah, we're just performing the downwind right now. And if you look here, well, we just get vectored. So then it will just go there. Once we get that done, then it will just go direct to the final thing. So yeah, that's about it. We'll see you on final approach. Alright guys, let's get the plane landed. So, I'm going to take manual thrust and manual flight as well. Careful to watch the speed here. And stabilized. Okay. Don't get out of the stabilized range here, otherwise it's going to go around. Only minor corrections here. Alright. And there's the runway. Straight. Check. That means we're approaching the minimum descent altitude. We are landing. Okay. Alright, I'll take that. Speed brakes are up. Auto brakes in use. Reversers are normal. Idle reverse. We're slowing down here. Nice. Alright. And 60 knots. Close. manual brakes, and auto brakes disarmed, and here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic, on board Smartwings Flight 156. And I hope you have enjoyed this flight. And if you want to watch more, then feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel, click the notification bell, and follow my Instagram account if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and goodbye for now.